But did you have a quorum when you passed this bill into law? Yes. Sorry, I beg your pardon. When you passed this bill in Parliament, did Parliament have a quorum?
Of course.
Yes, we did.
There was no issue of quorum raised, and when there is no issue raised, you don't even discuss it.
Yeah,
I see.
And indeed, Supreme Court said it in Question 20. You cannot make pronouncement of matters that are not before the court. So nobody had raised the issue of quorum. So quorum is not part of the arrangement.
Because I'm wondering where this
it was not.
I'm asking this. This is coming from one of the reliefs that Richard Sky is seeking from the
Did
Supreme
we consider
Court. When in this case that he's taking to the Supreme Court on this matter. So yes, he specifically
rules of meeting, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. That's why I'm asking. He says we're going to put it on the screen right now. That. A declaration that upon the true and proper interpretation of Article 33(5) of the Constitution in light of Article 12(1), so this is the first one. Let's go to the fourth one, the fourth relief that he's seeking. In fact, this one says a declaration upon the true and proper interpretation of Article 102 and 104 that Parliament lacked the requisite quorum to pass the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill. An order restraining the Speaker of Parliament and the Clerk to Parliament from even presenting this bill to the President, because the President says
it's not lawful for him to want to seek an order of a court to restrain Parliament from doing its job.
You say it's unlawful.
Yes, nobody goes to court for any reason. Why?
Parliament is Parliament.
Nobody raised quorum.
Yes. You cannot restrain Parliament from doing its job. And if Parliament has done its job, it's for President to also respond to the invitation. But you cannot, no court will give you an order to restrain Parliament from legislating. So, well, it's before the court, so let's see. But again, for me, Parliament has its function under the Constitution. So if you want to go to court to restrain Parliament from doing the functions as mandated by the Constitution, then you want to be seen to be unconstitutional.
Yes.
And you want the court to help you to become unconstitutional. Well, the matters are before the court.
So this is it. You had quorum. You were on the floor that day.
Yes, and I'm hearing this question.
The reliefs.
On quorum for the first time.
It's part of the relief.
I mean, it's clear to me that there seems to be some shopping going on.
He's a young lawyer, right?
Wide scale, just to place impediments.
Yes.
I think that this bill has gone through all the stages. It has met all the legal requirements. It has been passed. We have probably the most experienced legislator in our country's history to become speaker. He was presiding that day. He put the question. Nobody got up on the. If you look at our standing orders, any member can raise the issue of quorum when you discover that we don't meet the numbers. The speaker too can raise it, and it didn't come up at all.
Our rules that it ought to be raised. to generate a debate.
Exactly. For which the bell will be rung for 10 minutes. After which, if within an hour members do not come to form the quorum, then the meeting is adjourned for that day. All of this was not done. Our rules are very clear.
Hold it. Don't forget that, in fact, members in committees are deemed to be members present.
Okay.
So when you find the membership of Parliament probably thinking that it's not up to the number that could invoke quorum, there are other members in committees within the President of Parliament who are also considered present. And therefore, if it becomes necessary for us to count our numbers, we will ring a bell to inform all other members in committees. And in fact, on the day, there were so many committees also sitting to come and register a presence.
Right.
So the issue of quorum has not been raised in this matter, and therefore it is foreclosed that there is no need for us to.
If you look at order 64.3, this is very clear. A member may draw the attention of the person presiding at any time during a sitting. The members present in the House constitute less than 1/3 of all the members of Parliament. The person presiding shall A, direct the clerks at table to cause the bell to be rung. B, continue the business of the House for a period of 10 minutes. C, direct the clerks at the table to conduct a head count of members present. And D, if there is still no quorum, suspend the sitting of the House for a period of not more than 1 hour.
And you see, the rules that we read, it is the member,
a member.
That raises that concerns. It is not for him. This is not his call. This is not his call.
Interesting. So we'll see how it plays out because, so is it before the president now, after you're tidying up? Do you know?
President says that it's not on his desk. And
I want to the president was speaking on Tuesday.
As at the Tuesday, it was not on his desk. But I don't know the situation now.
The clerk of court.
So let's check.
We'll check with the clerk of court.
At the registry.
At the clerk at table.
Clerk's registry to see whether or not this
is before him.
With this knowledge about the delay, then can the Speaker of Parliament trigger a process to quickly make sure that it gets stable?
It should be on the president's desk.
It is time bound.
Within 7 days.
If the search indicates that it has been sent to the presidency, then we count 7 days. He must give us a response.
All right.
And beyond that, if he says that I refer to Council of State, and then they have 30 days to come back. So within 2 months, we may have to come to a close.
Now that we are not sure that whether it is on the table, who should trigger the process and make sure?
We can conduct a search.
We'll see what happens.
But the bill was passed on the 28th.
Very important detail there. But we'll see how things play out. But this is a bill that, quite honestly, the country and beyond are very interested in. So this legal explanations and then also some very important detail that you have brought out this morning in our conversation has added another layer of clarity to the Ghanaian people on this particular bill and why it has to be.
And let us not forget, Nigeria passed this law and Nigeria has not been sanctioned under any provision or any relationship. And the institutions in Nigeria are dealing with the IMF and Bretton Woods. And again, IMF is an institution created by all of us, including Ghana.
It's a bank.
It's a bank. And they have
give loans and take interest.
And all that we are taking from them, we are paying with interest. So we are only members of one institution that is supposed to support all of us in terms of financial support.
Thank you. Now, you're also live here on Key Point, also live on 3FM 92.7. We received over the last 4 or 5 months a number of concerns and petitions from you, our viewers, concerning the time for Key Point. Management has considered over 700 of your petitions about the extension of the time for Key Point. So let me put it on record today that beginning today, Key Point ends at 11 a.m. Yes, so we'll have a conversation on all the issues to the benefit of you, the Ghanaian people. After all the concerns that you have raised, we've taken it into consideration. So I'll be back after this quick break, and we will get into the National Cathedral. Some very interesting revelations in there. You don't want to tune off. We'll be back shortly after this quick break, exclusively here on Key Point.